guys? Turner here with another video. Right now I am going to my friend Jonathan's lake house. We're going to be hanging out, having a good time on the jet skis, the boat, and all that good stuff. It's the weekend, it's Saturday, you know, you also have to hustle, put in a lot of work. Me and Jonathan are actually working on a business together, so that will be coming up in the future, and it should be pretty dope.
First stop, of course, the gas station. Look how dirty this thing is. Oh my gosh. Clean it up real quick. All clean. Now I just gotta dry her off because look at that, all the water on there. Wish they had dryers at these things. Just trying to cruise here on these nice roads with the trees, but this Mustang keeps going 10 under the speed limit the whole time, and you can't pass on these roads. Alright guys, we made it to Jonathan's house, the lake house. We just got off the jet skis. There's the ping pong, we'll probably be playing there in a little bit. But it's super nice out here right on the water. There's Jonathan down there on the skis where we just were. But one day I need to own a house like that, either a lake house or a beach house. Drop a comment below. Would you rather have a lake house or a beach house? Let me know. A lot of people ask me, you know, how much does your car cost? And most of the time when they ask me that, whether it's in person or online, I ask them, you know, what do you think? How much do you think this car is? And 90% of the time, people say way more than what it actually costs. So right now, I have the paper of how much it actually costs, and I'm gonna be going over each option I have in this car and how much the total is. So before we go into me telling you about all this car and stuff, make sure you drop a comment. What do you think? How much do you think this car costs? Do you think it is $30,000? Do you think it is $300,000? Any number, drop a comment below of how much you think this is. It's a brand new Porsche 718 Cayman. So now let's go ahead and drive to the spot, and then I'm gonna get out of the car and go over each of the options that I have on here. Now maybe we'll just go for a little drive. I'll tell you a little bit about how I got this car at 16 and sort of why I chose this car. So let's go ahead and get on the road. Right now I am 17 years old. I turned 17 in January, and I bought this car, I believe it was January 13th, about a week before my birthday. And I'd always had this dream and goal of, you know, buying a cool car while I was 16 years old, because here in the United States, 16 years old is the age where you can get your driver's license and, you know, start driving on your own. As you can see, there's no one else in this car. It's just a two-seater car, and this is something I had always dreamed of. I had a goal of having this car. I wanted a Porsche, but as I was looking for other cars in this price range, you know, I was seeing cars that were faster, that looked cooler, looked more aggressive, but I've always sort of liked the classiness of a Porsche. So, you know, I had a few things in mind. I always wanted like a 911 Turbo. I looked at a Cayman before, and it was a 2007 model. This is a 2018. It always just looked so beautiful to me, and I wanted one. Like, this is a black car, and it's super hard to keep clean, but I sort of wanted to wrap it when I first got it, and I was talking to the wrap company, you know, talking about different designs, and there was nothing that really stood out to me, something that I really liked. So with this car, I feel like it's a lot better just staying black. It's a classy car. I looked at some mock-ups to see how they would look, and most of the time they looked worse, in my opinion, compared to just the standard black. So that is why I stuck with the black. You know, I'm just leaving it right now. I may wrap it in the future if there's something that comes along that I really like, but for now, it's just staying black. I've had this car for about 3 months now, and I've already put 4,233 miles on it, and I have a Jeep Wrangler that I drive every day too, so I drive this thing a lot. One thing I like, now that we're at a stop sign, you know, you don't want to put your car in park, but at the same time, you know, you don't want to hold your foot on the brake all the time. I mean, that's something you have to do with basically every car, but this one I learned. Somehow I just figured out. I pushed on the brake really hard when I was stopped one time, and then what had happened was a little thing came up that said hold on my car, and then I took my foot off the brake. You know, the car was still in drive, but it was completely stopped like it was in park. So let's give it a little run real quick here. Probably about 20 miles a gallon average, with me driving it like not the most fuel efficient way, but if I was to drive it like that all the time, I'd probably average about 10 miles a gallon. I mean, I drive this thing pretty hard for what it is, and it does well. And on the highway with cruise control, not in sport mode or anything, you know, it gets about 25 miles a gallon, so not bad. Fancy supercar. It's just a nice sports car from Porsche, so it's nothing crazy, but this thing is actually pretty fast for how much I paid for it, and it's a 4-cylinder engine. It's a 2-liter turbocharged box 4 engine, and it's pretty fun to drive. Turn off traction control right there. Always gotta check for cops behind you. So I live sort of in, I wouldn't call it rural, but a somewhat small town. And most of the time, you know, I don't see too many cops around here, but I have to be careful. Oh, and I forgot what I was supposed to talk about, how I got this car at 16 years old. So if you don't know me already, if you check out my channel, I have a lot of stuff on here about e-commerce. So I'm big into drop shipping and social media marketing and all that stuff because I've learned how to make money online since I was about 12, 13 years old. I started growing Instagram accounts and buying accounts when I was 12, 13, and then I learned how to monetize off of that, off of affiliate marketing and selling shoutouts. And then I learned about e-commerce about a year ago, year and a half, and I've really been able to utilize my powers with that to, you know, start this YouTube channel, make more money, learning about e-commerce, helping other people. You know, that's been a big thing for me. I've helped a few people make 6 figures drop shipping, and I'm not just saying that in an arrogant way. I feel like that's a big accomplishment for me. I've always wanted to help other people make money, and it's something that's not very easy. And with my YouTube channel, I've been able to do that without spending a bunch of my time, you know, individually helping some people, because some people can do it, some people can't. You know, it takes a special person to start a business and continuously run it and become successful with it. So with my YouTube channel, you know, I just make content and anybody can watch it. It's not like I have to specifically cater to one person at one time. So I have the ability to share my knowledge with multiple people at once. You know, my biggest video has like 600,000 views right now, and that is unbelievable for me. I never could have imagined having that many views. So I feel like it's a big accomplishment for me. So if you want to learn more about me and what I do, just check out my YouTube channel. There's tons of videos on there that you can check out. But now we are at the spot. I'm going to be showing you guys the paper, how much it actually costs, and what options I have on here. So I will see you guys in a minute. Okay, so we're out here now. I got my car out, and I have the paper right here. That is the sale paper, you know, the window sticker that they have on cars when you buy them. That shows exactly how much they cost, what options, and everything you need to know about the manufacturer and where the car came from and all that good stuff. So I have the paper here. It shows the price and everything. So now I'm going to be going through the options and then revealing the final price of how much this car actually cost me. So here on the left, you have your standard specifications, all the technical stuff about the car, about the tires and everything like that. And then to the right side is the options. And most cars, especially fancy cars, exotic cars, whatever you want to call them, have a long list of options. But if you go up here, you see I got a 2018 718 Cayman black, as you can see there. You know, no special colors, nothing special there. And here we go to the options, and you see black is an option, costs $0, and then standard interior, 0. And the PDK is basically just the automatic transmission. They come manual, and the automatic is actually an option, $3,210. And the last option I have is 18-inch Boxster wheels. Those are $400. So if you go here, you see my car is just black, nothing special. And the wheels are actually new wheels. I do not have the Boxster wheels. I took them off. And these wheels I actually have to get powder coated because they're actually really chipped on the back. Because the person I got them from had painted them wrong. Like, they actually painted it. And they're supposed to be gloss black. And as you can see, they're like matte black. So that is not very good. And we continue to go around the car. As you can see, the standard black leather interior. The floor mats definitely need to be clean. This car gets dirty super easy. Everything's nice in here, super clean. The steering wheel, I love it. And the center console, I don't have anything fancy. I have the sport button, I have traction control, I have auto start and stop off. I hate that. And I have the wing lift. And of course the automatic transmission, as you can see here. But it does have the paddles if you want to shift with that. Or you can move it to the left and actually shift it. But there's not a clutch or anything like that. The car's sort of dirty right now, but as you can see, standard Porsche 718 Cayman. It's not the S, it's not the GTS. And I did actually pay and get the Fab Speed exhaust. I had to get that aftermarket. That does not come from Porsche. So now the time all of you guys have been waiting for. How much does my car actually cost? And the answer is $59,960. So that is the sticker price, the window price, exactly how it sells retail, but that is before registration fees, dealer fees, and all that crap that you have to pay for after the actual car price. That is not the price I paid. I got a good deal, you know, I had to negotiate, and I got somewhat of a connection from my friend Raymond, who buys a bunch of Ferraris and stuff from the dealership, that I was able to get somewhat of a better deal than if I was just a normal customer trying to walk in there and buy the car. So this is probably the cheapest new Porsche you could have bought at that dealership called Foreign Cars Italia. I got it brand new, so I took a little bit of a hit on that, but at the same time, you know, I got a decent deal due to having connections. I always talk about connections and how important they are. And the other car that I was going to buy, the second option on besides this was a Nissan GTR. I was looking at a 2013 Nissan GTR Premium Edition, and it was, I believe, 10 grand more than this car. And you know, I'd gone there, I'd driven it, I liked it, I was getting ready to sign all the papers, we were getting everything done. And my dad was like, all right, give it a day, you know, think about it, decide what you want to do. And he started doing some research on GTRs, and he's like, you will kill yourself, you're getting too much trouble, you know, with that car because it's so fast. Compared to this, you know, it's fast, but it's not as fast as a GTR, of course. You know, I feel like a GTR is super cool, and it's probably cooler than this, but this is a more classy car, and I feel like this is a good starter sports car. You know, now I'm going to continue to level up, you know, maybe get a GTR, get a Ferrari, all this kind of stuff, Lamborghinis, whatever I want. I'm working hard to get to where I want to be, but for now, this is a good car. I've had it for 3 months now, and I don't know when I'll get my next car, and I got a 4-year warranty on all the service stuff, so the only thing I have to pay for is tires and brake pads. So with the GTR, I actually was out of the factory warranty, so I would have had to pay out of pocket for anything that happened, because aftermarket warranties are not that good. So there it is, how much my car actually costs. A lot of you always wonder, and I left it a mystery for a while, but now I just revealed it to you guys. So hopefully you enjoyed this video, guys. Make sure to leave a like, comment, and subscribe. Peace. And now I gotta go to the gas station.